Good afternoon, class of 2026, beloved faculty, parents, and family. I am honored to stand before you today and take a moment to reflect on our time at Pacifica and the exciting season that God has prepared for us. I promise I will not ramble for too long. This will not be like my 17-minute freshman English final presentation. I promise, Miss Miller. Standing here, I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. People tell you that graduating is exciting and bittersweet. While these emotions are assuredly present, I mostly feel blessed. Blessed to have attended Pacifica, to have had the experience of going to the school that I dreamed of since 6th grade. So I want to begin by simply saying thank you. Thank you to our teachers and staff. You have loved us well and cared for us deeply. And thank you, you have taught us how to think and live well. And thank you to our families, our parents, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, godparents, and friends. Thank you for the unseen, thankless moments that made up 4 years of consistent support and care. We would not be here without you. I want to begin by reflecting not only on the virtues of the incredible education we have received, but also on the risks of it. C.S. Lewis, ever speaking the truth we sometimes don't want to hear, said, "Education without values, as useful as it is, seems rather to make man a more clever devil." There is a risk that comes with education. There is a risk that comes with providing young men and women with an abundance of knowledge. Knowledge can build up, but it can also puff up. Knowledge can be used to serve, but can also be used to bring others down on our way to the top. Without values, Pacifica and every other school runs the risk of graduating classes of more clever devils. But with proper principles, it has the invaluable opportunity to create people of integrity. Men and women who pair their abundance of knowledge with an abundance of discernment and are committed to the pursuit of virtue. Men and women who pursue excellence not for what it can give them, but for how it equips them to give to others. Which is why I'm so grateful. The past 4 years have been filled not only with the gaining of knowledge, but with the development of virtue. Everything Pacifica does as a school stems from the desire to pursue grace and truth. From Locke to cellular respiration, we have learned an abundance of knowledge at Pacifica. But the most important things we learned here cannot be found in a textbook. We came to Pacifica looking for knowledge, and we left with wisdom. Wisdom gained from Mr. Comer's Old Testament class, Pastor Trevor's talks at retreat, conversations on the night quad with Mr. K, and interactions with each other. We have grown together over the past 4 years, grown stronger and older, but most importantly, we have grown wiser. We are graduating not as a class of clever devils, but as a class of men and women who have learned to think and live well. We are not a product of our talent and performance, but of the lessons we have learned about who we are and who God is, lessons we have learned at Pacifica. Pacifica, first and foremost, has taught us the intrinsic value of learning. We came into this school wanting to prove something. Through our academic performance, artistic talent, or athletic skills, we wanted to prove that we possessed the skills necessary to contribute to the school, to better it with our presence. But, and I'm sure many of my classmates can attest to this, Pacifica softened us, which may be a strange statement to make about an academically rigorous college preparatory school, but it is true. We didn't understand it at first, but our teachers and our counselors wanted our well-being, not our perfection. Their desire was to see us become young men and women who sought after the Lord's heart before anything else, During sophomore and junior year, we started taking hard classes, not because we felt like we had to prove something, but because we wanted to be pushed by people who we knew had our best interest at heart. The joy of a class like AP Euro is not found in the curriculum, but it is found in the support of our classmates. It was found in the lunch study sessions where, gathered together, our weaknesses were supported by our classmates' strengths. Pacifica taught us academic humility by teaching us that the point of learning is not to impress, but to grow. It is more important to be honest and excited about the things that you do not know than to call attention to the things that we do. We have learned how to find joy in learning from our teachers. Mr. B, you taught us how to see the beauty in calculus notations. Mrs. Savage, how you relate everything we read to how it affects us as seniors has made us genuinely excited to read. And Mr. Comer, there you are. I write things that you've said in class in the margins of my Bible. And I have full confidence that all of us could say something like this about any one of our teachers we have formed, that have formed us throughout our years at Pacifica. Pacifica has also taught us the importance of investing deeply and widely in community. Any normal freshman is desperate to make friends. That's why the tree effect happens. For those of you who don't know, the tree effect is what happened to our class the first couple months of freshman year. Every freshman, and I mean every freshman, sat under the big tree at lunch. For that first month, there were no groups, no cliques, no wrong or right decisions. It was beautiful in its own terribly awkward freshman way. We can all recall that feeling of not knowing how to do high school, but knowing that at least we had a place where we belonged under this huge tree with 50 other people who didn't know what they were doing. And after a while, we started investing in each other. We started diving into a deeper type of community as we made closer friendships. The friends who walked beside you during the toughest moments of your life. The friends who your hands jumped to text when you got into the school of your dreams. The friends you got ready for dances with. The friends who prayed, cried, and laughed with you. Pacifica has shown us that both of these communities, the community under the tree and the community of our closest friends, are both important. Good friends are the ones that challenge you, that reach out when you pull away, that you have the freedom to laugh and cry around. These are the friends I have found at Pacifica. But Pacifica also gave us the unique gift of not only deep friendships, but a friendship between our entire graduating class. I will never forget Triple M at the beginning of this year. With every senior huddled in the kitchen, making plans to bombard the freshmen with water balloons, I was reminded of the tree effect. I was brought back to freshman year, that one big group, supporting each other and making new friends. I was reminded of the importance of the larger community that is our class. It is a community that has given us the opportunity to grow, lead, and experience new things. After the tree effect died off and we started diving deep into the beauty that is close friendships, we came together again our senior year, united over our one true love, pelting unassuming freshmen with water balloons. And today, we get to celebrate all over again. So from the tree effect to our last Triple M, thank you for showing me what a unified community looks like. The movie, It's a Wonderful Life, ends with a piece of wisdom. No man is a failure who has friends. Look around you. This is what success looks like. Pacifica also taught us to serve from an overflow of joy. I have been endlessly inspired by my fellow students and the faculty at Pacifica who have exemplified a servant's heart. The class of 2026 has always been a relatively chill class, as anyone will tell you. Calm, cool, and occasionally collected. And this isn't a bad thing, but it can, at times, be hard for calm, cool, and occasionally collected people to step up and lead. However, we did not let that stop us. The class of 2026 stepped up and, when given the opportunity to lead the school as seniors, accepted the challenge with joy. We have learned by working with each other how to serve from a place of joy, not from a place of obligation or furthering our own agendas. Pacifica's culture is fueled by students who lay down their time and resources to support our school. It is fueled by students emailing their teachers to get homework assignments early so they can stay up late setting up the stage for a musical or screaming their heads off at a basketball game. It is fueled by students who, when Mr. K tells them to run with an idea, truly run with it. It is fueled by students who work for something greater than themselves and greater than a grade. It is fueled by students who have a servant's heart. Pacifica culture is fueled by students who have an abundant life and choose to use it to serve. This is what Pacifica has taught us: to find value in learning, to be a good friend deeply and widely, and to serve from an overflow of joy. But in truth, these aren't lessons that ultimately come from Pacifica. They're lessons rooted in the wisdom of Christ. This is Pacifica's main virtue. While education without values creates clever devils, education backed up by proper principles reflects the nature of Christ. And it is only by encountering the nature of Christ that people of integrity are produced. Education backed up by values has the opportunity to create men and women who are seeking after truth, beauty, and goodness. My hope is that you have recognized that this isn't rooted in the glory of Pacifica, but the glory of Christ. My prayer is that you have felt the tug of Christ on your heart these past 4 years, that you have seen the way that our teachers care for us, the way that our class came together to serve others, the way that Christ was put at the center of everything we do as a school, and that you would be unable to come to any other conclusion except that God must love you. If these 4 years have taught us anything, it is that God is sovereign and He is good, even when we do not see it. When we stepped onto campus for the first time, He was writing our stories, and as we walk down the stage to receive our diploma, He is starting a new chapter. But one thing has not changed: His love. His love chased after us through the excitement of freshman year, the drama of sophomore year, the fires of junior year, and the wonder that is senior year. If you felt that tug, that sense that someone was pursuing you, yield. We have the opportunity to take the wisdom we've gained into this new, exciting season, but we do not go forward alone. We do not strive to be a good student, friend, and servant out of our own sheer willpower. Before you lean into your learning, friendships, or service, yield to God. You do not belong to your intellect, your popularity, or your resume. You belong to the Creator of heaven and earth. When you walk into your new school next fall, armed with the wisdom you gained at Pacifica, do not forget the most important lesson you learned here, and find people who will remind you of it. Can I take this mic out really quickly? Thank you. Class of 2026, wherever you go, always remember the Lord is with you. He is your shepherd. Remember the words He speaks over you right now and forevermore from Ezekiel 34. I myself will be the shepherd of my sheep, and I myself will make them lie down. I will seek the lost, and I will bring back the strayed, and I will bind up the injured, and I will strengthen the weak. And so, as you go, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. Thank you for a wonderful 4 years.